Hi, I'm George K. This is my father Niels.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of Father and Synthesizer, Guitar Pedals Edition. Modulation effects are the hardest analog effects to build. And now that we've kind of finished a tremolo, we've decided to take a look at the phaser. And now Niels, why are modulation effects so hard to build?
Well, one of the things is you need an LFO, and that LFO tends to bleed into the audio signal. So if you don't,
like a clicking noise from the LFO.
Yeah. With the rate the LFO is doing, so you get a higher pitched noise with a faster rate, and this is not nice. It's not wanted. Plus, we are working with a lot of amplification of the signal, so then there's some noise from the op amps and from the environment bleeding in.
And that's not as much of a problem with distortion effects and fuzz effects, because you're gonna be hella loud anyway.
Yeah.
It's gonna be distorted and noisy.
Yeah.
But with clean-ish effects like a phaser or a univibe or whatever, that's a bit more of a problem.
Yeah.
Now Niels, why did we decide to build this specific phaser?
Yeah, we looked through the internet, through schematics that are available, and believe me, there's a bunch of them. But I like this one because it uses the good old LM13700 OTA op amp, which we use excessively in our synthesizer modules as well.
So we've had a lot of experience with that op amp.
So no exotic THET chips or not even a Vectro, which is okay, but still not the best solution because it's a little bit harder to get by than these OTA chips. And so I was fascinated when I saw that design. It's brilliant. So we worked with that.
And now let's go into a bit more detail and check out what this phaser can actually do. Okay, so what we have here is the 1701 phaser by Father and Synthesizer. The reference is pretty obvious. Let me just play a loop I recorded earlier, and let's play with the settings a little. So this is the speed, this is the depth, and this is the feedback of the phaser. Right now we've got it at its very slowest setting, some moderate depth and a little bit of feedback. Let's play with these two a bit. And now let's go through the speeds a little bit. First I'll go from the slowest to the fastest on this upper setting, and then from the slowest to the fastest on the lower setting. All knobs on 12. As you can hear, it can sound very diverse, but I think we need to adjust this potentiometer a little because it does the most in this half. And the other two are, I find, very varied. Now that you've heard the phaser, Niels, let's talk about some of the problems we had in this build.
Yeah, well, it was reasonable, okay, but we made a first PCB with a LFO we thought is good, and it wasn't.
No.
Plus, I forgot one condensator, so the LFO in the first place did not work. I fixed that, but still that LFO, the depth was not okay, the rate was not okay.
It just didn't sound good.
Nah. So we built a second PCB using a completely different LFO design, and yeah, well, you heard it.
Yeah. And then we did that again and built a second unit, which is currently with my bandmate Chris, so he can tell us what he thinks about it, because we're still not completely done developing this. But it's in the final stages, like maybe a bit of a different depth, maybe the rates adjusted. But
Yeah.
it's
Some fine tuning maybe.
Yeah. Basically what you hear is what you get. Now, the thing about this guitar pedal is that we would actually like to build one for you, to sell these on the market. And the price is going to be very reasonable for a hand-built boutique guitar effect. It'll be comparable to other mainstream manufacturers, but what you get is a guitar pedal that is very unique, because no two pedals that we build sound exactly the same. So you get your own sound with this, and if you are interested, please contact me on our website. Down in the description there's a contact thing you can fill out, and that goes to my email inbox. We might also set up a Kickstarter, so when we get enough support, enough people who want one of our pedals, because we're gonna offer more, of course, when we reach a certain amount of money, we can buy the parts and build the pedals and then send them out to you.
Have a manufactured PCB, not something that you cook up in your own kitchen.
Yeah. But of course, the entire schematics and all of that will be up on GitHub too. That's it for this episode, and next time we're going to have a look at a BBD chip and what you can do with one of those. So thank you very much for watching. We hope to see you again in 2 weeks. And remember, stay curious.
Haben Sie auch aufgenommen? Ja.